Good Thursday afternoon, everyone. Mark Abrams here in Philadelphia. Let's go down to Orlando, Florida, where I have a legend. We use the word legend, but this is a legend, a trendsetter, a trailblazer, call her Hall of Famer, the former great women's fighter and now promoter, Christy Martin. Christy, how you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's an honor for us to have you on.
Thank you
Obviously,
so much.
I believe you're at a weigh-in. You're promoting a fight tomorrow night.
We're getting real close to weigh-in time, and yes, we have a fight here in Orlando. You know, it's kind of like coming back home to Florida. I'm excited to get to promote here at the Venti on International Drive. We have let's see, we have 13 great bouts now. We lost one just a few hours ago. We're looking forward to it. Great night from start to finish.
Terrific, and I believe you got two of your featured fighters on the card. Would you like to introduce them?
I have a few guys here. I have JP, Jonathan Pierre, 147-pounder that's going to make some waves here. Then, of course, over here we have Popeye, Richie Rivera. And, you know, Popeye is like number one in the country anyway at cruiserweight. So yeah, he's going to be doing some big things coming up soon. We're excited. And there's like lots of guys I don't know how long you want to talk, but you can talk
however long you. But the more my philosophy is the more the merrier. Whoever you want to introduce to us, let us know.
Do you want to introduce anyone?
Yeah, come on over, guys. Go ahead and introduce yourself, everybody. All you guys, these are from Dynamic.
And Christy, because we're doing this live, can you hear us? We're doing this live. We're getting people on Facebook. When you get a notice from a guy like J. Russell Peltz, who says one of the all-time greats, from one legend to another. Hey, I'm honored that he's watching. I have you on.
Look, Russell Peltz is I'm his favorite female fighter, but the bad thing is he hates female boxing. So what does that say about me?
Again, introduce the other fighters. I apologize. Who else do you have there with you?
Yeah, we have. Who else do we have? We have Blast, and we have Diesel over here. They're both in the gym that, if you remember, Tank, Erickson Lubin.
Yes.
The gym. So exciting. They're great enthusiasm. Lots of fans. You know, the kind of fighters that are young and upcoming that a local promoter like me wants to have on the show.
So obviously Erickson from Orlando. Talk a little bit. You've been promoting for about 4 or 5 years now. Talk about the transition. I know obviously you were an all-time legendary fighter. I know you did some training, and now the promoting business last 4 or 5 years.
Well, I'll say this: it's a lot more fun to be the fighter. The promoting part absolutely sucks. It's a lot of hard work, and then at the end of the night, you're the only one not guaranteed to get a paycheck. So you know. It's hard, and my props and my thoughts of how King and Aram and all those guys, you felt like they were shorting some of their fighters. No, they weren't. They were given a great opportunity.
To talk about some of the young fighters that you have under your wing that you see a bright futures for.
Yeah, we have JP is signed with Christy Martin Promotions, so we're excited. The sky's the limit for him. Young upcoming fighter, but he's a great man, and that's what really brought me to him, was that he's just a good person, and he can fight as well as being good outside the ring. So that's what I want. We have Victorino Gonzalez, who was supposed to be on the show, that he got banged up a little bit in his last fight because me as a promoter, a little bit like Russell Peltz, I don't let anybody have those easy fights, right? So he got banged up a little bit and knocked my own fighter out of his fight here that was going to be the main event. Then we have the card is loaded. Diesel and Tank, these young guys right here, they have. I don't know what fight. No, wait, no. They're going to be on the Haiti Olympic boxing team coming up this summer, right? They'll be at the games.
July.
And just by looking on BoxRec, there's a couple fighters I'm familiar with from the Philly area, Shenard Bunch and.
Look, Shenard Bunch is one of those guys. I'm really lucky because he's fought on my shows numerous times, but he is. Again, not so much about him boxing. We know he can do that, but in his last fight, he had a really, really scary knockout, and he just sat down on his knees and like waited for that guy to get up and move again. And it was scary. It was scary as a promoter. It was scary as a fan, and to see him react like that, it just will make me a fan for life. Great guy.
And also another kid from Philadelphia, Brendan Pizarro, I believe, is on the card.
Pizzario's on the show. He's a exciting fighter. You know, he likes to do a little boxing and hit and not get hit. So we have somebody that's going to push him a little bit, and we'll see what happens.
Is there any stream where everyone around the world can witness this, or?
Yeah, for sure. You can see it on it's bxng.com. It's pay-per-view. It'll start at 6 o'clock tomorrow, and we have about 60 rounds of boxing, so it'll be a great night.
Talk about. I mean, obviously, you said you have some young fighters on your wing. How much of an advantage, because you went through it from going from a young fighter to become a superstar Hall of Famer. How much guidance, can you give these young fighters?
I hope I can give them some guidance, and I hope they can look at me and say, wow, if this woman could do it, surely I can. I'm there to give them support, give them strength, tell them to, stay focused. Today may not look like a great day, but, tomorrow's another day. So just keep the focus, keep the hard work going. Keep good people around you, and that's what I try to be, is that good person that they know that they can come and talk to, whether it's about boxing or life. I'm there for them.
Talk about I know that in the last couple of years, especially with the Olympic movement, and I'm sure you keep at least one eye firmly on the women's game. The depth of the women's game has really grown, in my opinion, leaps and bounds over the last couple of years. Is that something that you've seen as well?
Well, I think throughout the women's boxing in the amateurs, that it's definitely growing. There's more young girls coming in the gym. I think we just haven't seen that really transition over to that next professional superstar that hopefully the Olympics will bring at some point. Female superstar.
What do you see? Like, I know Clarissa Shields has been getting a lot of publicity. What do you think? Her ceiling is. Can she reach the levels of a Christy Martin? Do you believe?
Well, of course, if you ask Clarissa Shields, she is women's boxing. She made it. It's all about her. But I think, she's young and she doesn't know. She doesn't understand that there are many women that came before her, and many women are going to come after her. My thing is appreciate the past a little bit, and the guys and women that sacrifice to give you the opportunity that you have today. And that's what part of it is with these guys. Like, JP, we're gonna move him. We're gonna move him fast and see what happens. I have another young light cruiserweight, Johnny Langston, who just won on the Don King show.
Yes.
So I'm excited about what the future holds for him. I think very big things are gonna happen for Johnny Langston soon.
Our good friend, I know you probably know him well, Damon Gonzalez, the reporter. Christy Martin and Kathy Du are the best women promoters in the sport right now. That's what he's saying.
Well, that's great company, and I was fortunate enough to meet Kathy Duva recently. All those years of my career, I never met her, but we crossed paths, and I told her I was going to grow up to be just like her one day. And then I actually got to have Evan Holyfield on my show at Daytona last year. So it was exciting. It was great to work with Main Events.
So how was that? Because I believe you probably fought on Evander's cards, I would imagine, when you guys were both with Don. How's that came full circle?
It was a strange feeling that Evander came and he was ringside. So Evander's in the house watching the fight. His son's up there fighting, and I was the promoter. It was full of Don King Productions people. John Ruiz came. Managers, trainers, fighters, everybody was there from the old days in the 90s from DKP, but it was an exciting night.
Got random questions, but the first time I ever heard of Christy Martin, I was at a Mike Tyson Buster Mathis fight in Philadelphia, and you fought somewhere in the middle of the card, and you stole the show that night. Do you remember that fight in Philadelphia?
Absolutely. That was the coldest. That was like the second coldest I've ever been in my life. The other one was in Iowa, but no, it was cold. It was miserable, terrible storm, but still Tyson turned out the people, and to fight each and every time I got to fight under Tyson, it was exciting. It was a good fight for Tyson that night with Buster Mathis Jr., and it was great for me to be in front of the Philly fans.
You've been promoting a lot in North Carolina and in Florida now. Do you plan to take your show on the road to some other states?
Well, I would love to. It's just, I have to, I'm trying to grow the promotion, and hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll find a couple fighters that we can really, hang our hat on. And I think I've done that, and start to look for some of those TV dates, whether it be the smaller shows like the UFC fight dates or just the smaller stuff. We're not ready for Showtime yet, but we're coming.
I asked before about you giving knowledge to some younger fighters, based on your journey. you were, with the greatest promoter, Don King. What did you learn? What you're doing now? What did you learn from him that you incorporate?
Yeah, I learned a lot from King. I think that, and I'm like him. I want to be with the people. It's not on social media. I absolutely hate social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be where the people are and talk to them and try to explain to them why they should come to the fights. And he was great at that. People wanted to, he could sell ice to Eskimos, right? I think Don King is the best promoter. He made good fights happen. It was a good ride, and it was very exciting to get to come back last month. I helped him with his show he did January 29th with the heavyweight title fight with Trevor Bryan and who did he fight?
He fought Bermain Stavern.
Bermain, yes.
Russell Peltz wants to know, where is Chino Rivas, who trains Bunch? He's as good a trainer as anyone in boxing today.
He actually was just in my room a few minutes ago, hanging out, and we were talking about what Bunch is going to do to make this fight another success.
There you go. And Joe Chiambo, who helped set this thing up, boxing royalty. I agree. Definitely boxing. We interview everybody, and flat out honor to have you on. Guess the last question I'll ask, maybe not in your Don King voice, but Don King impression or whatever. Promote this fight that's happening tomorrow night live in Orlando.
You know what? If you can't be there, if you can't be on the scene, be on the screen, right? Get that pay-per-view ball, boxing.com, $14.99. Tickets are sold out, so you missed your opportunity, but get in line early for next time.
There you have it, Christy Martin. An honor, a pleasure, and we hope to have you on before all your fights. We'll help you get the word out about all your fights.
For sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and best of luck tomorrow. Thank you.
Bye-bye.